In the Arctic regions, covered in snow year-round, the day is like summer and the night is like winter. But whether day or night, the Arctic remains intensely cold. With its thick fur and long, sharp claws, the polar bear can stay warm and move easily across the ice to search for food. They move continuously on the ice all day long, preferring a solitary life. When one bear encounters another, a fierce battle may break out. The polar bear is a fierce and resilient species. Their eyes have a light-filtering membrane that acts like a pair of sunglasses, and their paws allow them to glide across the ice like professional skiers. With a powerful jaw and a keen sense of smell, the polar bear is an expert hunter in this frozen Arctic landscape. Its white coat provides excellent camouflage while hunting, especially when it covers its black nose with its paws. Polar bears are carnivores that inhabit an area of about 13 million square kilometres, about 5 million square miles. They are found in the United States, Norway, Denmark, and the Russian Federation. The ancestor of the polar bear was a tree-dwelling carnivore that lived 5 to 7 million years ago, branching off 3 to 4 million years ago. A polar bear is twice the size of an African lion and can weigh around 1,000 kilograms, about 2,200 pounds. When standing upright, it can reach a height of 3.4 meters, about 11 feet. The females are smaller, weighing between 200 to 300 kilograms, about 440 to 660 pounds, and standing about 2 meters, about 6.5 feet tall. The polar bear is the largest land carnivore alive today and is the lord of the snowy Arctic, thanks to its ability to adapt to the harsh climate conditions. A polar bear's fur is very thick and contains air pockets that make it water resistant. A layer of fat under its skin, about 10 centimeters, 4 inches thick, serves as its energy source during the harsh winter. The bear's paws have fur for warmth, webbing for swimming, and sharp claws for breaking ice and hunting prey. Polar bears are very agile. When running, they can reach speeds of 50 kilometers per hour, about 31 miles per hour, and while swimming, they can reach 10 kilometers per hour, about 6 miles per hour. Their long jump can be 4 to 5 meters, 13 to 16 feet. This species can swim for 200 kilometers, about 124 miles, without rest, at a speed of 5 kilometers per hour, about 3 miles per hour. They also float easily on the water's surface, thanks to their thick layer of fat, and swim quickly using their large paddle-like front paws. Polar bears often dig dens to escape blizzards and to hibernate. During hibernation, their metabolism slows down significantly to conserve energy. Seals are the polar bear's favourite food. It especially enjoys eating the seal's blubber and organs. Only when extremely hungry will it consume an entire seal or other animals during times of food scarcity. The polar bear is a masterful hunter. Initially, it stalks its prey, remaining motionless and expertly camouflaged. Then it slides silently across the ice, closing in on its target. From a certain distance, it will lunge, snatching the prey and killing it instantly. The polar bear is very patient, often waiting for hours by a breathing hole in the ice. The moment a seal surfaces for air, the bear uses its powerful paws to kill the prey and drag it onto the ice to eat. Female polar bears take 5 to 6 years to mature, while males take 7 to 8 years. A mother bear usually gives birth to 1 or 2 cubs, each weighing 700 to 900 grams, about 1.5 to 2 pounds. At 21 months old, they can finally follow their mother outside to find food. Typically, after hibernation, the mother and her cubs prepare to leave the den and experience the outside world. On the snow, the young cubs play joyfully, making up for the days spent in their cramped den. Females usually become pregnant in November and give birth in their warm dens. Despite not eating or drinking, the mother can nurse her cubs throughout the dark winter months. By the time they are 4 months old, the cubs weigh about 12 kilograms, about 26 pounds. The first time they leave the den, the cubs only dare to stay out for a few minutes before returning to the den to huddle together for warmth. Meanwhile, outside the den, other male polar bears can be seen moving against the white backdrop of snow and ice. Polar bears are typically solitary, except for mothers raising young cubs. When spring arrives, males search for females, who are ready to welcome them for the mating season. Throughout the winter, the males wander the Arctic hunting for seals. Mother bears nurse their cubs with milk as thick as cream and rich in nutrients. The young cubs are held tightly by their mother, as if to fight against the bitter cold. After more than 5 months of hibernation, the mother bear also needs to replenish her energy by hunting. No other animal on Earth can withstand the terrible blizzards of the Arctic like the polar bear. In the spring, rising temperatures break up the ice sheets on the ground, creating a chaotic landscape of broken ice. The warmer weather prompts herds of seals to give birth in snow dens on land, making them prey for polar bears. Polar bears prefer to hunt newborn seals because their layer of fat is much thicker. A single bear can eat up to 50 kilograms, about 110 pounds of meat in one sitting. Hunting seals is not an easy task as they are very clever, always hiding under thick ice and only occasionally surfacing to breathe. The bear's sense of smell is astounding. It can detect a seal carcass from several miles away. A bear will often watch a seal's den and, quick as a flash, snatch the seal before it can escape back into its hole. After eating, it cleans its fur by licking away any bloodstains and digs a pit in the snow to sleep. In this frozen land, the bear is the master, so it doesn't need to be wary of any other animal. Sleep helps the bear conserve energy, and it spends a great deal of time doing so. Polar bears are migratory. They have no fixed territory and will wander for thousands of kilometers to hunt. As soon as the snow begins to melt, flocks of migratory birds return to the Arctic to breed, bringing life to the region. Sometimes violent blizzards kill young, weak cubs, and their bodies become food for other male bears or different carnivores. Seaweed is also a primary food source for polar bears, providing essential vitamins and minerals for their bodies. The short summer passes quickly, and the polar bears must enter a new winter. In the Arctic, they are like ships sailing through a dark and stormy night. The sky is cloudless, and the moon casts down its cold rays. In winter, the blizzards become even more fierce and unforgiving. Cubs live with their mothers for about 2 years before separating to live independently. In the Arctic, the weather in April changes very rapidly. Blizzards can suddenly arise and shake the land, and the only way to escape the storm is to bury oneself in a snow pit. Today, the phenomenon of global warming, which causes ice to melt, has changed the life of this great animal. A polar bear can survive on its fat reserves for up to 9 months, but to do so, it must prepare starting in the spring by hunting seals. In the summer, as the ice melts, glaciers crack and dissolve into the sea. The polar bears take this opportunity to swim and dive, attacking seals on the move. Arctic peoples live in the cold northern regions, near the habitat of the polar bear. They traditionally hunt polar bears for their fur, hide and meat. Polar bear fat is an oil used to lubricate sled runners, a substance for which there is no substitute. Europeans greatly prize their hides for use as rugs, which is why, for a time, polar bears were hunted intensively. The lifespan of a polar bear is about 39 to 40 years. Currently, their population is estimated to be between 20,000 and 40,000, and they're at risk of extinction due to hunting and environmental destruction by humans.